tell you another story. As I give all of these stories, these examples, I just want you to keep in mind that refereeing is an art. This is not a science. And, you're managing people, and the situations that you deal with are different than what I deal with. There's different coaches and temperaments and players and different stakes and different histories of the teams and the rivalries and a bunch of stuff going on. Different field conditions, different different circumstances surrounding all of the games. So just as you watch these videos, pick and choose. Take what you want, leave the rest. If something's not helpful, just leave it. Find something that might speak to you, to where you're at in the development of your own game. So I was doing a indoor game. I think it was either a men's game or a co-ed game down in Chicago. This is probably like 5 years ago, and a play happened right in front of the bench area. And what happened was one player was going for the ball. He was coming this way, and another player was coming this way. And the defensive player raised their foot up kind of about level with their hip, maybe a little higher, but the other player on the opposing team lowered his head, okay? And I called the foul. I think I called like playing in a dangerous manner on the person who raised their foot. And it was right in front of this team's bench, right? So they all saw us, and like everyone's kind of flipping out. And guys, it's near midfield, right? So and it's like a miniature sized field, so but it's just not that big of a deal in terms of like the impact on the game. But it was right in front of their bench, right? So they were just like all up in arms, and they were all saying, that the dangerous play was created by the person who brought their head down really, really low to get to the ball. And I just made the call, and maybe I made the call prematurely or something, but I made the call, and then we just kind of went on, and they didn't like it at all, right? So then I was thinking about it at halftime, and reflecting back on it, the player who lowered their head, he was like an Asian player or something. It doesn't matter, but that's just what it was. He really brought his head like considerably lower than like you would normally see. Like it was like he came down kind of near waist level. Like his head was going like really, really low. And normally what I say is, you can bring your leg up kind of even with your hip or something, and that's considered within the realm of acceptable behavior. But once you start bringing it up higher than that, then that's where you come into plays in a dangerous manner. Anyway, the point of the story is, I realized at halftime, I was like, you want to know what? I think that they were kind of right, and they were still kind of hot on it. So I went over to their bench, and I go, guys, I said I was thinking about that play, that I called, and I was like, you were right. All right, sorry. And it just like let the air out of their sails. They just went, okay, yeah, thanks, man. We just saw it like this, and I'm like, I get it. I see where you're coming from, and I want to know what? I think that you guys were right. Sorry, right? And I think I might have apologized or just acknowledged, like, want to know what? I think you guys were right on that one. And that was a moment that brought us closer together as referee and team, or referee and player. And it was just a good moment for us and for the game. Now, the game didn't mean anything. This is like a rec league, guys coming out during the middle of the week just playing some soccer, but it was important to them. I think that I kind of missed it, so I just went and acknowledged it to them, and it was a good moment for us. Now, guys, you can't go around in every game and be like, oh, I got that one wrong, sorry. But doing it once or something, once in a while, can really like acknowledge that, hey, I'm human, I make mistakes, guys. I think you were right, I got it wrong. Sorry, right? And I was totally genuine and honest, and just acknowledge that. And they totally accepted it, and they're like, thank you, we just saw it this way. Thanks for coming over and saying that. We're all good. Yeah, we saw how you might have seen it the other way, blah, blah. But it was just like a coming together. So I just want to say that, if you're in a situation where you get a major call wrong, or even something that's not that big of a deal, but the other team's flipping out at you about it, and on reflection, you're like, well, you know what? I think I made the wrong call. You can say that once in a while. Not every day, not if you're in the World Cup final or something, but that's okay. And sometimes it can be a moment that can build rapport between you and the teams. So